Hey, what's up everyone? Jake here, and today I got a really cool treat for you all. Magic the Gathering just came out with these premium trading card products. And this set of 7 boxes each cost me around $30 to $40, $210 for the whole entire 7 boxes. And it's only been around 2 weeks, and these boxes are already going for around $60 to $70 per box. So this set of 7 cost me $200. I can expect to sell these 7 right now for easily, I don't know, $400. So I could make a $200 profit on these Secret Lair boxes. But I had to see what's inside for myself, because let's be honest, these are super premium products and they all come with a secret card. The secret cards are randomized and they could go anywhere from $5 to $90 a card, and I would love to get some really cool cards from these. These boxes are so premium, like you can feel the magnetic clips on them. Inside of the first one, Kaleidoscope Killers, we see 3 alternative arts to some very powerful Magic the Gathering cards. Each one of these I think go for around $20 a piece right now. The Kaleidoscope Killers. Foil, they're starting to curve a little bit, so I'm going to definitely have to protect these. Reaper King, legendary artifact creature. The theme of this one being Kaleidoscope, being all colors. You can see the Reaper King costs exactly 5 different mana of all different types. And of course, you also get yourself a Sliver Overlord, very powerful legendary creature. Would love to make a commander deck out of these, also costing 5 different colors, so very powerful, very cool card. And the final one, the Dragon, for that ever powerful Dragon Commander deck. The Dragon costing 9 manas, 1 of each has to be from one of the colors. So that is the Kaleidoscope box. But of course, the really cool thing about these boxes are not those 3 cards, because you know you're going to get those 3 cards inside of the box. The really cool stuff inside of the Secret Lair drop series is by far the secret card in the back. These were not known to the public until an hour or like a day before the sale went on. So these cards can be worth anywhere from $5 to $90 for the most expensive one. And I believe they're all stained glass versions of a legendary Planeswalker. So let's see which one we get. 3, 2, 1, flip! And the first one, Sorin the Bloodlord, got a little bit of something sticky there, probably to hold the card in place. Oh yeah, ugh, kind of gross. We probably should peel Sorin out from the wrapper. And I honestly need to do that just to keep the card from curving, because all of these cards are foil, I believe. Yeah, Sorin is definitely foil. Sorin, Vengeful Bloodlord, one of the more expensive stained glass you can get, so that's really cool. Sorin's actually pretty powerful. You can play him in a vampire style deck, so very cool. Glad to have him. Next box, let's go with OMG Kitties, the theme where they take a bunch of Magic the Gathering cards and turn them all into adorable kittens. Honestly, I think this one is artistically my favorite, because it's just a really neat idea to see all these powerful and scary cards coming back as adorable little kins. And also, I'll be honest, this is probably some of the best packaging I've ever seen. Like, it looks like you're opening up an iPhone or something like that. We have to save the stained glass card for the end of this one, but let's open up the OMG Kitties right now. How do I do this without destroying the card? There we go. Pop them right out and see what we get. Card on the front, the Leonin War Leader holographic. All the cats look super pudgy and adorable as well. You also get yourself some cat tokens, always useful. Cat token. And on the back we get to some real ones. The Regal Caracal, looking real feisty, like a very sassy cat. That's super adorable. These cards are all super expensive, really premium, very nice quality cards, holographic all the way. Quasali Slingers, and Airbro, Roar of the World, legendary creature, the cat avatar. Wow, what a beautiful artwork, really following that Throne of Eldraine style, looking very mythical and fairy tale-esque. And the final one is Miri, Weatherlight Duelist, very popular legendary creature for your commander decks. And in the back we get ourselves, of course, the stained glass card. Which one is it? Is the $90 one, the one that everyone wants? I want it so badly. And it is Johnny, the Great Heartist. Ah, my goodness, that's actually pretty thematic that we got the stained glass Johnny inside of the OMG Kitties pack. Honestly, this card is absolutely beautiful. Look at that holographic pattern. There's even a really vibrant background. You can definitely see the amount of details inside of the stained glass artwork. Wow, what a beautiful artwork. Glad to have it. If we get no duplicate stained glass, that'd be really cool. I believe that there's about, I don't know, 15 or so potential stained glass cards that you can get. And you get 7 in a set of 7. So even if you double your purchase of these, and they're already expensive, like I spent $200 on these guys, which is not cheap to get over the holiday season. And if you were able to buy 2 of these, you still would not get every single stained glass one. This one is Bitter Blossom Dreams. Bitter Blossom being a fairy card that generates more and more fairies, and it's considered very, very powerful. Honestly, probably the most expensive or the most worthwhile, right next to the Kaleidoscope one. This one is probably the most worthwhile one if you were to get one, just for the tokens as well. Bitter Blossom, not a holographic one, so that's kind of unique that they have just a regular Bitter Blossom art. Very cool card. And inside of it, you also get 4 fairy tokens of all different art styles. So if you were going to make a Bitter Blossom deck, might as well have them, because why not? You got a couple of different tokens, and all the artworks look really cool as well. Very vibrant artwork. So let's get on to the real meat. The stained glass card, which could be anything, honestly. 3, 2, 1, flip. Ooh, a second Sorin Vengeful Bloodlord. I was not hoping for a duplicate, but hey, as far as duplicates go, this one is one of the more expensive ones that you can get. So very cool. Glad to have it. Honestly, the card's starting to curve, but I'll keep this one in the plastic because, you know, why not? On to the next one, Explosion Sounds. What is that all about? I believe this one is the Goblin one. Bunch of goblins for the Secret Lair pack. So one of the reasons why these have really risen up in value is because of the stained glass cards. The fact that you can potentially get a 40, 30, or 50, or even $100 or $90 to $100 stained glass secret art card on the back of these secret layers is one of the reasons why the value of the cards have really spiked. And honestly, it's pretty cool that they did that, because a lot of people are worried that you know exactly what you're going to get inside of these boxes, and if you know exactly what you're going to get, it really reduces the value. You get yourself a Goblin Bushwhacker. These cards are not holographic, but the art design is pretty cool. Goblin Sharpshooter, Goblin King, because of course goblins gotta have a king. Goblin Lackey, looking adorable. These artworks all done by the exact same person. And of course the Goblin pile driver, looking like an absolute beast with that giant hairy arm of his. And in the back, we get ourselves the stained glass card. Which one do we get this time? 3, 2, 1, flip! It is Domri and Arc of Bolas. Very cool. Domri is actually a playable card in red-green decks, so glad to have it. Domri and Arc of Bolas. Let's keep these ones inside of their packaging unless I need to open them for something. Most of these cards are going into my personal Magic the Gathering collection, and honestly, my Magic the Gathering collection is starting to get pretty expensive. Not even close to my Pokemon collection, because my Pokemon collection is worth in the thousands easily. Like, just the box in the background here is worth thousands already. So having a couple of $100s of Magic the Gathering cards is pretty cool, but you know, we're not really at Pokemon level yet, or we might ever be. This one is Eldraine Wonderland, which is a collection of just land cards, which is pretty cool. Imagine if Pokemon had premium energy cards. That's what these lands would kind of be. And we do have premium energy cards in Pokemon. Like if you were to get a single secret rare water energy, I think those go for like $30 or $40 a pop. So we do have some really expensive energies in Pokemon as well. And lands are kind of the same way, while snow-covered lands, I believe, are considered coveted as being beautiful and the most expensive. It's just a regular plains, like this is just a regular white energy or white mana card. But considering that it's covered in snow and it's holographic, a lot of people like to have these cards to bling out their decks. So we got a snow-covered plains, snow-covered islands, snow-covered swamp, snow-covered mountain, and finally, snow-covered forest. I'm definitely having a field day trying to figure out the value of all these cards, because boy, all of these cards are worth a couple of dollars a piece. There's like nothing in here that is worth below $1. And in the back we got Teo, the Shield Mage, stained glass from War of the Sparks. One of the worst ones, I think. Not very popular. I don't really care about Teo, the Shield Mage. And honestly, the stained glass look on this one is not that great, because the face is clearly not stained glass. Yeah, not my favorite, but at least, you know, pretty cool stuff. Nothing too crazy yet. The most expensive one that we've gone so far is Sorin, the Vengeful Bloodlord, and we got 2 copies of that, so that's pretty cool, but we can do better. Next up, we got Seeing Visions. Seeing Visions is actually one of the cooler ones that you can get, because you get yourself, what is it called? Something serum, secret serum, and these cards are very powerful and completely playable. We just fling that stained glass card right out of the box. Each one of the, because this one's an actual playable set, you know, in Magic the Gathering and as well as in Pokemon, you can get yourself 4 copies of a card in a deck to really be like really playable. And in Magic the Gathering, having 4 of any card is really good. So you get yourself 4 copies of Serum Visions. Each one is completely different. Draw a card, scry 2, very powerful, especially for 1 mana. Each one of these, I believe, is drawn by a different like graffiti or tattoo artist, so that's really cool. 4 different copies of Serum Visions. Glad to have them in my collection. And finally, let's look at the stained glass card. 3, 2, 1, flip, and it's Ashiok Dream Render. Oof, not a good one. I think this is one of the least valuable Planeswalker that you can get. But all right, Ashiok Planeswalker Dream Renderer. Final one we get is Restless in Peace. I can't believe I spent $200 on all these cards, guys. Actually, I can, because, you know, I'm just the kind of guy that loves trading cards and collectible. So this kind of product, super premium, was almost like made for me. And as soon as I saw it, I knew that I wanted it, even though that I don't play too heavily into Magic the Gathering. As a collectible product, it screams me. Like, this is exactly who the market was meant for. And I'm really stoked that all of these cards or all of these boxes came out to be more valuable than expected. It really promotes me to purchase more of them in the future, because honestly, I thought it was going to be a pretty risky purchase at $200. I was like, am I really going to spend $200 on all these cards? Because there's not that much randomness in them. Inside of this final box, we get ourselves a copy of Bloodghast, Golgari Thug, and finally, Life from the Loam. All right, and I believe this is the 3 cards that work together as a kind of mural. If you combine all 3 cards, they sort of blend into each other, which is pretty darn cool that they did that kind of like set style, that these 3 cards can be played together in that way. I'm not sure if these 3 cards even work in the deck together, but really cool design. I'm glad to have it. And finally, our last stained glass card. I'm gonna have to sleeve up all of these cards, by the way, because every one of these cards is worth a lot of money. Like, some of these cards are $20 a pop. The cheaper ones are, you know, $3 or $4, but nothing in here is like useless. Like, these are all value cards. And finally, our final stained glass is Tamiyo, Collector of Tales. All right, Tamiyo, Collector of Tales. We opened up a total of 7 boxes, and we got 6 stained glass cards. Soren, we got a duplicate of, so I'm still missing a lot of stained glass cards. I don't want to buy the $90 one, so what am I going to do? I guess I have to open up a couple more of these until I find it. That's all right. Glad to have all of these cards into my collection. Beautiful artworks. Gonna have an absolute field day sleeving these up. In fact, better sleeve this card up right now. Always have a sleeve prepared. We're gonna have to be sleeving up a lot of cards, so it's gonna be a very enjoyable holidays for me. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy the content. I will see you all next time with some more Pokemon card content. Bye-bye for now.